Human beings are social creatures. We weren't born with claws or scales or tails. We're weak, fragile, and once nomadic. And we survived because we had each other. We walked together, hunted together, and slept side by side for warmth and protection. Our worth was woven into the tribe. Contrast that to today. Stationary, solitary, staring into glowing rectangles. Our reality has become our online avatars. We don't engage in real life anymore. We chase engagement, likes, comments, subscribes, follows. What is this? It's the gamification of reality. And folks, this is bad. For many, especially the younger generation, these numbers have become the summation of people's worth. It's a Black Mirror episode. When your own existence or your perception of everyone's existence means less than their online persona, anything can be justified for an impression. That's why we saw the assassination of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on December 4th, 2024. And that's why we saw the assassination of political commentator Charlie Kirk on September 10th, 2025. Those who held the gun probably saw their names trend and their accounts blow up. And in that twisted logic, perhaps for the first time, they felt like they mattered. Leave aside the politics and the ideologies. Murder is not the answer. Murder is never the answer. But to someone who no longer values life, the answer to life's suffering can be a really dangerous thing. Man is the only creature who refuses to be what he is. Albert Camus. We all like to imagine that modern life is an upgrade. Cars, screens, air conditioning, delivery apps. But our biology doesn't reset like an iPhone. We are creatures built for small groups, for constant movement, for lives patterned around sun and soil. Evolutionary biology might call this a mismatch. Go figure. Traits that were once adaptive now misfire in this new world we've built for ourselves. Hunger is just a survival mechanism when food is scarce. Now it drives obesity in a world of endless sugar. Vigilance once kept us alive against predators. Now it burns through us in the form of anxiety as we sit mindlessly in our cubicles. We may believe that we've transcended these primitive biologies, but biology hasn't let go its grip on us. I often think about whether I was meant for now, for this time period. Would I have been better suited to earlier life or even later life? Would I have excelled more in a different body, another country, another way of living? Sometimes I look at places where life seems simpler, like a fishing village, and everything revolves around one thing: fish. Someone catches the fish, someone prepares it, someone builds the boats, someone cooks the fish. It just seems neat, an economy that breathes like a single organism. And then I wonder, are they actually happier than us? Maybe they feel 10 out of 10 happiness. But knowing everything I know, I'm 50 out of 100 happiness. Or is that arrogant? Can you compare the two? Does fulfillment have a cap? Is there more depth in certain situations than others? Could I even enjoy that life, knowing everything that I know now, having lived through what I've lived through? Is ignorance bliss? Is privilege bliss? Where are we all meant to be? What are we meant to do? Who are we meant to become? Now, I love to move. I'm an extrovert. And yet, for whatever reason, I spend most of my time alone. I loved living in China. I felt like an alien. Every day was an adventure. And if I could live on a spaceship, leapfrogging from galaxy to galaxy, I would. In my heart, I'm a pirate, an explorer. I feel calm in chaos. Throw me in the eye of a hurricane and watch me dance. I'm most anxious when everything is just fine. And then I wonder, would I have been a brave gladiator or a coward? Would I have been a just or ruthless king? Could I have been a successful hunter? Would I always be fair? Would I have been merciful? Would I have caused more suffering? Is who we are luck, or is it providence? Is it chance, or just bad timing? Maybe this line of thinking is the true tragedy of modern life. This question of, would I have been better here, or then, or as this, is the dislocation we feel in today's world. For most of human history, there was no somewhere else. You were born into a tribe. This was your club. This was the rhythm of your life. You didn't wonder if you belonged. Belonging was a given. The question wasn't, who should I be? It was, how can I serve my community? Today, the world is infinite, with infinite choices. And yet we all feel infinitely small, with infinite comparisons that could be better than you. Infinite identities that we can try on and discard when they don't feel right. And so the mind fractures. We are not nomads across the land anymore. We are nomads across options, perpetually restless and confused, forever doubting. And when nothing roots you, you float away. We have all become untethered from what reality even means. Do you panic without any reason why? Because modern life sees your panic and offers very sneaky substitutes. Online avatars, algorithmic tribes, and parasocial communities. And the more we drift into digital surrogates, the more our hearts scream, none of this is real. Depression rates continue to climb, and anxiety cripples entire generations. And young men especially, isolated, resentful, invisible in daily life, see the only way to matter is to explode, even if it means doing something terrible. Especially if it means doing something terrible, like committing a heinous, violent crime. And when meaning is missing, heck, attention will do. When we begin to see other people as it's, we begin to flatten humanity. A stranger becomes a statistic. A crowd becomes an algorithm. Evolution built us for belonging. Modern culture is teaching us exile. When was the last time you felt part of a tribe? Not an online forum, but people, flesh and blood. Do you confuse online engagement with life's engagement? Do you put more weight in the former than the latter? If your social media disappeared tomorrow, if we uninvented electricity, who would you be? What would encapsulate the meaning of you? Are you living in a way that your biology recognizes as human? We are animals of connection, real human connection. Avatars are not identities. Attention is not meaning, and belonging is not optional. We cannot eliminate screens completely, and technology is not the enemy. It saves lives. It connects us. Technology will one day cure cancer, but we can no longer live in extremes. You don't have to be a monk or a nihilist. There is balance and moderation. There is a center, routines, structure, discipline. And trust me, I learned the hard way that freedom comes through those. Freedom comes through structure. Freedom comes through routine. Freedom comes through discipline. Otherwise, you're a slave to your phone, a slave to your disorganization. I think about screen time on a spectrum. 0 is none at all. 100 is complete submersion. When you wake up, you are at 0. Open your eyes, step outside, go for a walk, breathe in the air and feel the sun. Understand what reality is. Try not to eat meals alone in your bedroom. And don't let screens substitute for society. Build a life offline that you'd still be proud of if all screens were shattered tomorrow. All right, builders, see you every Sunday. And remember that growth equals choosing community over algorithms. Build tribes, not avatars. Valeu!